But shortly after the buzz started on this particular article, my 14-year-old daughter sent me something that had she has nothing to do with it. She didn't know about this at all. She just happened to send it to me at the time this really started flaring up in social media, and it was a little image of a broken plate, and it just simply says, "Grab a plate and throw it on the floor." Okay, done. Did it break? Yes. Now say sorry to it. Sorry. Did it go back to how it was before? No. Do you understand?
That's powerful. What do you take from that, Marvin? Because I think there's multiple facets of that. When you're talking about an institution that uses dogma in the past to affect its harm.
I believe wholeheartedly in a top-down philosophy. Whatever you're doing at the top is going to resonate with those underneath you. They're going to be inspired by your efforts, and they're going to do those things as well. In order to repair this plate, saying I'm sorry to it, it doesn't do anything. We got to go pick up the pieces. We got to go get some glue. We got to put it together. We got to make sure we sweep up the shards, and so no one walks over it and is getting injured by the shards that are still there. There's some effort. There's a lot of effort we have to do to get this plate back to being whole. And as a loving, Christ-like body of people, we should be willing to do that. Now, here's the biggest problem. I think the biggest problem is that when you do not follow Christ, you miss out on Christ-like attributes.
Yeah.
When you follow man, you have the attributes of man. And what if that man's attributes are based in his racial inequalities? Then as an organization, you're picking that up. It's institutionalized. So I think the biggest sin of the church is following prophets instead of following Christ, which they covenant to do.
Yeah, the only thing I could add to that is if you take that plate and you give that plate a soul and feelings, and then that plate trusted the person who threw it on the ground and broke it, then I think an apology adds a dimension and a healing glue to all of that other labor that you're talking about. And I think that is that's the sort of perspective. The metaphor you brought up really brings into clarity the type of work that needs to go into it above and beyond just words.